Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ash here, coming at you today in Clash Royale. I am not alone. I am joined by Future. Future, what's up, man? How you doing? Already in the ladder match.
Yeah. Hello. Nice to be on the channel again. I mean, my first time.
yeah. No problem, man. I was like, wait, I had you on the past? I haven't, but you have a fan club that was very, very vocal about getting you as a guest here on the channel, so I'm happy to have you, man. Before we talk about the deck, how long you been playing Clash Royale, and have you always been playing this archetyper?
I started Clash Royale when it first began, as soon as I was able to play it. Then I took a break for like a year or two.
Okay.
And so now I'm back, on ladder and stuff. I recently finished 215th in the world, which is pretty good.
Nice, man. Yeah, so many people wanted to get this version of the E-Giant deck that you run. You can see the Fisherman already. E was in there. Very unique version. So final question before I asked about, you took a year and a half or a year off or so. You don't have to like share your age, but are you like in high school, or are you past that? Or?
I'm still in high school currently.
Okay.
Yes.
So you started playing back in like middle school, I imagine, elementary school. I don't know. That was 6 years ago, right?
Yeah,
so a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So about like 7th or 8th grade, something like that.
So was
play.
Did a lot of your peers or your classmates play Clash Royale back then?
A lot of people, yeah. Then after like some point, it kind of died down a bit.
Anymore. Yeah. So is it still? Do any people play it anymore? Like, I have no idea what kids play nowadays, right?
Some people still play it.
Cool.
Some people still play this game, which is quite nice.
That's great. Obviously, you do. All right, so here we go. Talk about the deck, man. Give us a rundown. Yeah.
So yeah, unlike other E-Giant decks, they usually contain a cage or mirror at this point. I actually run a Fisherman Skelly King. Yeah. Which is a quite nice combo.
Worked out for you there, right? You saw that combo in action.
Yeah, it worked out perfectly fine. Despite this guy having him Hunter, I'm still able to win. Because I got really lucky with the Fisherman. I don't know if you noticed before, but the Fisherman, in fact, pulled the Hunter instead of the Mega Knight, which is quite nice.
Yep. So that's your that's the gist of this deck in terms of the reason for the Fisherman is to pull those high DPS units. It just makes same thing with Royal Giant, right? You just pull it away from
it's like
the
Royal
tanks.
Giant.
Yeah. Okay. Why didn't anybody else think of that?
Mainly because people want to use buildings because it's more reliable. Because with Fisherman, it can be tornadoed to the opposite lane or just fireball zapped.
Yep. So why do you prefer this deck? Oh, you're also free to play, right?
Yeah, I'm also free to play.
Cool.
I prefer this deck because no one expects the Fisherman or the E-Wiz.
Surprise factor.
Which is quite nice. Yeah, the surprise factor.
All right, cool, man. Well, let's keep it going, dude. Search for the next match, and let me give you a little promotion here. What do you think of the new banners and stuff like that? Are you excited about it? Do you not care?
I don't really care for the banners. I mean, they're quite good touch, more visual effects. It's not that bad.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I don't dislike them, but I'm also not wow, banners! All right, here we go.
I was honestly more hoping that some of their bugs in the game would have been fixed or patched up a lot better. For example,
what is your #1 bug that you want fixed?
Drop glitch.
They'll never. The technology isn't there for that, man.
Clearly, that's impossible.
Yeah, no, it really sucks because I've lost multiple games before to a drop glitch.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, back to the match here. You're going against this. You obviously, most of my viewers and you know this version of the deck. How do you feel about this matchup?
It kind of depends because I know this match has a cannon.
Yeah.
It depends if this guy has mirror. With mirror, it's a lot more annoying because they can just
wait for the lightning or just hold that.
Yeah, wait for the lightning, or when they have Mighty Miner down, they can cycle back to a cannon extremely fast.
True.
So this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. So this guy does not know that I have E-Giant yet, because you know how random my deck is. So I could probably just wait until double elixir before going into E-Giant to catch him off guard.
That's really cool. So in a matchup like this, or a matchup where they have a super fast building cycle, any matchup, are you leaning more heavily on the Skeleton King in those matchups, or are you just basically trying to give take what they give you, excuse me?
It kind of depends, because I would like to show it on the video, but with Skelly King, I can actually push the E-Giant away from the building's area, which is quite nice. I'll try to show it on here.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, because since Skelly King's the same as like Giant Skeleton and stuff. You can push troops with it.
Yep.
It's quite useful in some situations. Like, I'll try to show it here.
Okay, so he goes in.
Sadly, it did not work in like this instance.
Yep.
But it definitely works quite well. I just need to get the timing right. Because it's something I just figured out last season, actually.
Very cool. Alright, let's see what he's going to do here. NATO in. Gets a small little lock there. Definitely still in this. Yeah.
I'm still in this. It's perfectly fine. It's just as long as he doesn't start rocket cycling me. Okay. Or if I'm not able to stop damage.
Yep. It's just definitely such a unique blend. I mean, for a free-to-play player, you're playing quite a legendary and champion heavy tech, my man. But it's such a unique blend of cards, though, in terms of you just don't. The Inferno, every card in the deck, besides I guess the Bomber, is not something you necessarily expect to see in NATO and the spells. Not expect to see with the E-Giant. So here we go again.
I mean, you sometimes see Inferno Dragon E-Giant.
True.
Yeah, no, he's already starting to rocket cycle me. I don't think I'll be able to win this, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one, though, like you said, or like you speculated.
Yeah, because of 3-card cycle, you know, they can just chuck rockets, defend with cannons.
Yep, GG's just the same. Let's go to the next one, man. Check that one off.
Alright, sure thing, sure thing.
Here we go. Alright, guys, here we go. Inside the next one against Bren Chong.
Yeah.
Jarrison. He starts out with a balloon. Do you have NATO?
Yeah. I have Ewas perfectly defends it.
Cool.
Unless they go for a mini P.E.K.K.A. Yeah.
The old mini P.E.K.K.A. rage to start things out here.
Kind of unlucky by me that the fact the mini P.E.K.K.A. didn't target the fisherman, but should still be fine. I don't know what exactly this guy's playing. It looks like some sort of a random mid-ladder deck.
It does. He's got the mini P.E.K.K.A. That was a mid-ladder opening right there. The balloon, mini P.E.K.K.A. rage.
Okay, Giant Skeleton. So normally how I would usually play with this deck is that I would never go Fisherman or Inferno Dragon first, because Fisherman, you know, you can, if you play it first and they put down an E-Giant or a Giant Skeleton, it pulls it to your tower and you take a lot of damage.
Okay.
And with...
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm saying with Inferno Dragon, since it's, you know, my tank buster or tank killer, it's quite important to have it in hand in case they go like a Giant or something.
Sure. So get a nice NATO there. Mini P.E.K.K.A. is going to stray away from the E-Giant. You're going to get some nice damage there. He wastes a rage too, so...
He did, so he's probably at like 3 or 4 elixir right now. E-Giant almost takes out the tower, which is quite nice.
Dude, E-Giant's still a beast unchecked.
It is, and people are still saying that it's like how unbalanced it is because of like mirror, you know, the E-Giant mirror decks.
Yeah.
Personally...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, so personally, I don't think there's anything like wrong with E-Giant by itself, because on top ladder, E-Giant by itself is pretty simple to defend. You just place one building, or you have a mini P.E.K.K.A. or a hunter or something, you can easily defend it. And like if I want to place down a push, and for example they have like a cannon or something, I would have to like lightning it, which puts me at an elixir disadvantage.
So what are your typical pushes? I mean, we've seen quite a few already here, but what are your typical pushes with this deck? So he's going to sack that right tower? No, he's not. Okay.
He's not going to, but my typical pushes...
But yeah, what are you trying to do? Yeah.
It involves what type of deck it is. Like, for example, the Hog Quake deck, right? I would try to use my Inferno Drag as much as often because they only have an Archer Queen, right?
Okay.
So I normally go like Skelly King, Inferno Dragon, and then just lightning the Queen, and they can't really do anything much against it.
Okay, makes sense. Nice NATO there. Pull it away. Gonna take the tower down.
No. Yeah, no, and I win. Yeah, lightning takes it out.
All right, here we go, guys. Against Del Perogi. All right, what's your starting hand looking like?
My starting hand is currently E-Giant, Bomber, and Inferno Dragon, Ewas.
So E-Giant v E-Giant here.
Yeah.
How do you feel about mirror matchup?
It depends what mirror matchup is. If it's just regular E-Giant, there's a perfect chance that I could win. If it's mirror E-Giant, I have to somehow get super lucky. So it looks like this is going to be mirror E-Giant, which is super annoying. Because since they can just mirror cannons and they can defend pretty well. Usually in this matchup, I'd have to also like abuse Inferno Dragon as much as possible since he does not have any like air defense.
Okay.
Unless this guy has Mega Minion. So this guy's actually going really aggressive with the E-Giants.
Okay.
And I kind of have to go E-Giant same lane. Just because the support troops will also die. He's also been wasting a lot of elixir, and now that he's not able to defend, I get a lot of damage and he doesn't, which is quite nice.
Yeah, that was great. That was great. So he's got the faster cycle. Oh, the Golden Knight, dude, gets to the tower.
Yeah, but it's perfectly fine since he wasted like 1 elixir, which kind of hurts him.
Yep.
In the long run. Because as you see here, he wasted like, I'm pretty sure it was 6 elixir and a cannon.
Yep. Yeah, you're looking pretty good on the elixir advantage right now.
So yeah, since he doesn't have a cannon in cycle, I can just go E-Giant Bridge, because I know there's nothing he could do. And he's kind of forced to go E-Giant Bridge. He also has to tornado the E-Giant back, or tornado my Fisherman. Which either way works well for me.
Yep. And you NATO again. You're going to take his tower down. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Alright, cool.
Yeah, so now for this next 43 seconds, I just basically defend.
Defense, yeah. It's pretty cool though, man. I like the synergy of this deck that you've got here. Any other tips? Any other like mistakes people could make with a deck like this to avoid?
To avoid, probably going in, I would say, unless you are knowing that either the building or the mini tank killer or the tank killer is out of cycle.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just basically play as passive as possible, and if you have a free matchup, you can just go as aggressive as you want.
Sure, and just having the wherewithal, like you did, to just keep track of their buildings, right? You had elixir advantage, and you had, I think, like, to be fair, I think I probably would have just E-Gianted in the back there, you know, knowing that I had the elixir advantage, but you were like, yeah, his cannon's so far out of cycle because you just had to use it, and you were able to punish him for it. So, dude, Future, any shout-outs or anything like that before we let you go, man?
I would like to shout out my friend. His YouTube channel is Caleb CR. Caleb is spelled as C-U-H-L-E-B, and then CR at the end.
All right, cool. We'll link that for everybody out there. Shout out to Caleb. Good luck with your YouTube channel. Future, thanks again, man. We'd love to have you back on. Good deck.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you so much for watching all the way till the end. Big shout out to Bren Chong and Clash Royale, my YouTube partners. Go ahead and give Future a follow on Twitter. I'll have his information in the show notes below as well. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.